You people mistake being pragmatic to, being bitter. It's not the case. Ni venye mpendangi ukweli. Mtu akisema ukweli mnaanza.
In the past few days, there has been an uproar across various social media platforms after the famous blogger went missing.
It is unfortunate that we have received a lot of complaints regarding the abductions. The National Police Service is not involved in any case of abduction. Our duty and responsibility is to make sure that whoever is involved in abduction is apprehended and taken to court.
Kenyans have expressed concern over the many abduction and killings that have been experienced in the country since the beginning of the anti-finance bill protest. But who is behind the many abductions?
Let me add something. So with regards to our Aoko, we've heard that she's missing and we're asking for any information. Our hotline is still working. Please reach out to the Law Society of Kenya. Every single life counts. So we ask that whoever is holding her, that she should be released effective immediately. Let's not be a country that we live in intimidation or we live in fear. Kenya is our country, Kenya is our home. Let us fight to ensure that we uphold the rule of law, that every single person feels that they have a right to enjoy their rights fully in this country. People may say things that are not pleasant for you. However, there is laws to govern the same. Let us deal with people within the confines of the law.
President William Ruto, during his campaigns, assured Kenyans that in his administration as the president, there will be no extrajudicial killings.
How do you explain that? And what is the agenda of the government moving forward to ensure that there will be no such kind of activities?
Let me repeat, for the avoidance of doubt, there will be no extrajudicial killings in the government of Kenya under my administration. Yeah, that is a chapter we must close and weld and bolt and put it behind us. The police, I have sat down with the command of the police from the IG downwards, and we have agreed that they will operate within the law. Operating within the law includes defending themselves. Yeah, they are licensed to use firearms to deal with criminals, but to also defend themselves. Because if they don't defend themselves, they won't even be there to sort out the criminals. So let us not, I don't think the Deputy President or indeed the IG said that they want to continue with extrajudicial killing. That is not our policy, and we are all aligned as government.
But how true is this? I dug deep into this and found out that what Mr. President promised Kenyans turned out to be the total opposite. For the past few months, there has been complaints on abduction and extrajudicial killings. During the June 2024 anti-finance bill protests, a reported number of Kenyans who went missing hit the headlines and raised more concern. Over 60 people were reported dead and found in various morgues across the country, while a good number of people were abducted and later released unconditionally. In this video that went viral, former Nandi Hills Member of Parliament Alfred Keter was forcefully ejected from his car by masked people in civilian clothes as his wife and kids watched in despair. Only screams from his kids were heard as pedestrians couldn't believe the occurrences.
Ni kama amekosa, walikuwa wanafuata, si ndio? Ni kama alikosa, si ndio? Walikuwa wanamfuata polepole. Alikuwa amekosa huyu.
Alafu madam kada
alikuwa amekosa.
Likewise, Bob Njagi together with other two victims were abducted and treated inhumanly in a dark room.
Sio mwizi huyo, wewe ni mtu wa maandamano. Hadi kofia ni ya maandamano. Eh? Wewe madam. Simu yako wapi? Endea simu. Kama endea simu yako. Mbona wanajifunza ujao sio masa? Hapana, huyu wa maandamano sio mwizi wa bunduki.
We have received a couple of complaints that certain peoples have been abducted, including the so-called the Kitengela 3. We have taken upon ourselves to ensure that the matter is investigated, and it is still under active investigation. So mine is to reiterate that as officers of the National Police Service, we are not holding the so-called the Kitengela 3.
After 32 days of abduction, they were released after an uproar from the members of the public who threatened to return to the streets if the 3 victims were not released.
10 days since their release, the Kitengela 3 are still unable to share their experiences with the public as they are still traumatized.
Now, activist Bob Njage, who held a Thanksgiving service in Kitengela, thanked Kenyans for standing with them in calling for their release.
This as Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, who attended the service, pledged to continue pushing for the release of over 100 Kenyans who are still missing since the Gen Z protests.
Let's get more from our very own Njoroge Gatete.
Asante kwa Kenya wote kwa kusimama na sisi ambao tulikuwa tumetekwa nyara. Nilikuwa na ndugu yangu Longton Jamil na Asle Longton. Hatujaongea na vyombo vya habari bado, manake hatujapata nguvu ya kutosha. Kwa hivyo siku ya leo tu ni ya kumshukuru Mungu kwamba ametenda.
Other people have been arrested, and activists being the most affected victims. Boniface Mwangi was recently released from Kamkunji police station after being arrested by the police who claimed they were following orders. Who is issuing these orders? The recent case of suspected abduction is one Maverick Aoko. She went missing several days ago, and her family and friends have searched for him to no vain. Embakasi East Member of Parliament, who is a close friend, took to his Instagram account and wrote, and I quote, "Aoko Atieno has been missing for days and her whereabouts is not known. I have reached out to her family members and close friends, but no one knows where she is." End of quote. Kenyans on X have also raised concern about the whereabouts of Aoko and many other Kenyans who cannot be accounted for. But the answer lies in the hands of one man, President William Ruto, who swore to protect Kenyans and the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. Keep it with Hot News Kenya for more news updates.